Welcome back to another exciting episode of Clark's Public Art School. Today we are going to be painting with gouache. Not just any type of gouache, acrylic gouache. And this paint is pretty special. I love it. I swear by it. Acrylic gouache is the brand name, but it's gouache is a paint that is opaque watercolor. And the special thing about gouache, it's a water-based medium, so you mix it with water. And the special thing about gouache is that you can paint light colors on top of dark colors with it, and you can't do that. Imagine trying that with watercolor or watered down acrylic, or with any kind of like thin down paint like that. You would never be able to paint a light color over a dark color and have it show up as light. So that's why gouache to me is very special. It's very vibrant. It's saturated with pigment. Traditional gouache is pigment mixed with gum arabic, and it's related to watercolor, which is pigment mixed with gum arabic. Gouache has way more pigment. It's just enough to I think it's like the maximum amount of pigment that you can get in the paint and have it still be paint and not just turn into like powder or something like that, and have it still be like the consistency of paint. And yeah, that's what I know about gouache. Super fun to use. I started using it because I liked the vibrant color saturation of using oil paint, but at the time I had a baby in the house, and I was painting on the living room table as like a home studio situation, and whoa, where are we going over here? And so you can't paint with oil inside in the house, like with like a baby around. That's crazy. It's too poisonous. And so I ended up, somebody showed me this paint, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's as vibrant as oil paint, but none of the poison. And so I just started using it, and then I started using it on paper. I started using it on wood, on plywood. I use it on carved wood. I have a series of carved, painted wood sculptures that I make, and I use acrylic gouache as the paint to paint the surfaces of my sculptures. I use acrylic gouache more than traditional gouache. Traditional gouache is really like only for paper, and you can't really use traditional gouache on plywood or carved wood or canvas, but acrylic gouache you can use on canvas and wood and all that stuff. What happens when you use it on canvas, however, what happens when you use it on canvas is that I think that's it for pink. I used up my blob of pink. I was about to say, what happens when you use it on canvas is that it does this weird like pooling thing where it dries kind of like any kind of like non-absorbent surface that you paint it on. It is pretty fussy, and it's not fussy, it just dries in this really weird way that you can't control at all. And it's not necessarily like, it doesn't look good, it just kind of like looks like splotchy. That's the word. Now I was about to say something, I can't remember what it was. Oh well. I was like trying to keep track of two thoughts at once. The other one went away. just trying to like make it up as I go along here, not think too much about what I'm doing. Oh, look at that drip. Okay. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So much of my art practice, and it can be part of your art practice too, should you choose, and it really makes a lot of sense, is I hate to waste paint. I mean, forget about it. No wasting paint. So if I've got my trusty Frisbee palette here, and well, you can see through it. Hey now, Dan up in the booth doing a bang up job with all these cool graphic effects and stuff. So with my trusty Frisbee palette, when I squeeze out some paint, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna paint this little thing like this color right here, and then I'm like, all right, I'm done with that. I guess, you know what, here's the deal. It works, this method of like always using up the paint really works much better if you're working on multiple pieces at once. So what I'll do is I'll have a little bit of paint left, and then instead of letting it dry up on the palette, I will definitely every single time grab something, like if I don't want that blue anywhere else on here, which I do because I see a spot, but if I don't want that blue anywhere else on this painting and there's still some blue left over, I'm not leaving that to dry on the Frisbee palette. I am gonna use it on something somewhere. So I'm like, all right, where's a chunk of wood or a piece of paper or something that I can use this on, because I'm gonna pretend I just now ran out of that blue, but I'm gonna pretend that I accidentally squeezed out too much. I'm gonna squeeze out a little more. So there's a little blob of blue right there, and I'm like, oh man, I can't use that blue I see so many places where I want to put it, but I can't use any more of that blue, so I got to find some spot to put that blue down. And what I'll do is I'll grab another, I should have gotten this out ahead of time, but, all right. Oh, you get to see what I was talking about with the, I get to do a demo what I was talking about for why this stuff kind of is not that good on stretched canvas, or on primed stretched canvas. Here's what it does. So I'm just gonna watch it not do it this time while I'm trying to demo. Oh no, it's doing it. So yeah, let's say we got the sky cam hooked up. You know what? You don't have to direct the sky cam here. So we're gonna show that blue is gonna do some weird stuff. Maybe. It's funny, the cheaper and crappier the canvas is, the less sealed it is. Maybe this doesn't happen. It works. The acrylic gouache works better with really junky gesso. These canvases I got for $1 a piece from Michael's or something like that. Super cheap. All right. Anyway, back to business. Let's bust out. We got another cool thing about this paint. It's like I'm doing an ad for this company. I'm not even gonna say it because they're not paying me any money, but it's like I'm doing an ad for acrylic gouache over here. Anyway, they do make some pretty dope colors. This leaf green. This was look at that. Oh, the color is kooky on that sky cam, man. We had it dialed in a second ago, but anyway, that leaf green is wicked good. I love it so much. It's the most vibrant green like chartreuse color. I just like, I could paint everything chartreuse. Maybe not everything, but a lot of stuff. Oh, what do we got? Boom. I'm just gonna do that. All right. Nah, this stuff I love it on plywood. What you got to do is get yourself a buddy who does like some woodwork, or just like befriend some local woodworkers, and you can at least for a little while like get get all their plywood scraps from building cabinets and stuff, and they'll either give it to you or they will sell it to you for cheap until they figure out that you've been making money off of their generosity, and then they'll start charging you more for it. But that's fine. It's still pretty cheap, and it's like good for the environment, because they will, like, these cabinet workers everywhere will like have these scraps of like good plywood that is way too small to do anything like with, for them to do anything with. You know, little rectangles like this big, this big. They have no use for it. So it's going in the trash, essentially. And so if you can use it on something, make art with it, use it as a little canvas, it's awesome. And I don't really like painting on stretched canvas anyway, because I don't like that bounce. I want it to be like, I like a piece of wood to like paint on way more than canvas. I don't really like what's going on here, but that's cool. We're on layer 1 of like 150, so we're not going to stress too much about what the painting looks like at this point, because we're at the very, very, very beginning. All this stuff will likely get painted over. Ooh, yikes. Yeah, likely all this stuff will get painted over. A lot of times I'll work on paintings like that, like this, for a long time. Oh. All right. So now my water is like pretty much like, so it's time to, I'm gonna have to leave the studio to get some fresh water. Whoops. All right, hold that thought. We're gonna take a very, very short intermission while I run out into the hallway and get some more water. You know, this is the time, maybe you should be drinking some water. So go get some water, go get a glass of water. I'll be right back. Where am I pointing to? Right here? I'll be right back. I'll be right back after I get some water. All right, y'all thought I was going to disappear forever, didn't you? I'm missing all the cool stuff that Dan's doing with the studio, but that's where we're at. So yeah, you can kind of see. Oh, let's see. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, it's not gonna be in focus. Okay, that's just. What am I doing? What am I freaking doing over here? Okay, next color. What do we got? Times like this, I just try to go with, like, if it's up to me and I just get to choose like really quickly, I want to go with pretty much the most vibrant, psychedelic, crazy stuff. So it can't be psychedelic without pure red. Where's my camera here? Can't be psychedelic without pure red. And usually with this paint, I'll use vermilion a lot more than pure red. But if you just want to go like quick and dirty and fun, pure red is like, that's what you need. You need like a Calder red, poppy red. Well, the vermilion is more like poppy red, but this is like Calder, like just bright red. I was about to get a drip going down this whole painting, so that's why I did that weird little move there. Like you can like get like what's beginning to be a drip, and then you just hold the paintbrush upside down, and then the drip will kind of go flow into the tip of the paintbrush, and the day will be saved. But you know what I won't do is put red right next to pink. Oh, that's just terrible. I mean, sometimes when I think like, when I have like an aversion like that to like some kind of color combo, that pretty much means that you should, that I should be trying it out, and Michael Shout would definitely be throwing that pink next to that red, because that dude knows how to throw down some crazy anti-style color combos. Should I do it? Should I put some pink down next to some red down next to the pink? I just can't. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go right here, but because this is time is of the essence, I need to speed it up a little bit. So I can't be out here like chit-chatting for hours. I need to get down to business. And oh God, that's a drip right there. That's a drip waiting to happen. Oh my Lord. Woo, that'll go all the way down the whole paper. All right, that's better. Still about to drip. Sometimes drips are cool. At least I think so. But sometimes they are not that cool. Ooh. Sometimes you go double up, put two colors next to each other. So many options when you're painting. I mean, really, you can do anything. It's like it's your own universe over here. I feel like Bob Ross up in this piece. That's almost red, but I'm gonna jam some color up in there. I'm gonna put some kind of color up in there. I can't have like red and pink next to each other. It's just so wild. It's probably a good color combo. A lot of times, like I'll hate on a color combo, and then years later, I'm like, that's my favorite thing in the world, red and pink. And oh, there's a drip. Maybe I should just let this thing get drippy. All right, so here's the deal. Now I got a bunch of red left over. So now it's time to bust out that, I got this canvas. And, oh, what is up? Look at that sky cam. That thing's like catching all the action over here. Whoa. All right. But yeah, I gotta use up this red. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Like it. All right, we got some good stuff going on here. Yikes. I guess I like to throw down some complementary colors and tones. So I want the tones to be like light, dark, right next to each other. If I'm doing stripes like this, I want the tones to be like light and dark right next to each other, and then I also want the colors to be like warm and cold. Oh, that was cool. Nice effect, Dan. And all right, I'm about to use up all that red. All right, the red. Wow, that's some handy work right there. Not me. I'm talking about our camera guy, Dan Harden. Let's see. What color is next? There's so many, and they're all so beautiful. I'm in love with them all, really, seriously. Ooh, light green. This is a color that, like, sometimes I have to be in a mood to use this color. It's so pretty, though. But, like, it can, it's very, very frivolous. What's the word? I'm trying to think of, like, a word for, like, you know, kind of like overly joyful, like unabashedly joyful. This color to me is unabashedly joyful. But I really got to wash my paint brush tip out because the red will turn that beautiful green into like a weird ass brown so fast. I mean a weird cuss brown. Oh my gosh. Pink and green. What is this? Watermelon flavored Hubba Bubba bubblegum? Because that's what it reminds me of. Or blow pops. Those if you don't know what a blow pop is, well, you gotta go to Halloween because you're missing out. Cracking myself up over here. No, seriously. There's like all these color combinations that. Okay, so now it's Christmas, like red and green right next to each other. So Christmas. I guess in these days they'd say it's giving Christmas. Yeah, red and green next to each other definitely gives the Christmas vibes for sure. All right. Now, I know this is kind of awkward, but I'm just going to put this green between the two chartreuse stripes just to go, I'm just going to go like that and see what happens. I do want to put some next to that pink though, again. Oh, right here. Boom. Ooh, I'm almost out of the green. At least as far as my blob of paint on the Frisbee palette goes. I wonder what we're looking at for time. I mean, I can't just finish this painting. This painting is going to take me months, years even. Like, where should I stop? I should have looked at the clock whenever we started, but I didn't. Let's see. When in doubt, pick your favorite colors. So, ice green. That's the cool thing about this brand is they come out with all these like cool pre-mixed colors, and it's like I used to hate like whenever I was like just painting with oil paint. One of my friends was like using. I'm a trash talker. One of my friends was like painting straight out of the tube acrylic paint, and boy did I give him an earful about using paint straight out of the tube and not mixing up some dashing custom colors. And then years later, here I am, everything straight out of the tube, barely ever mixing anything. But it's because this paint is so awesome. It comes in so many cool colors. For some reason I don't like red next to this aqua. It's like it doesn't work for me. I could gap it though and put like some black, because red next to black looks good, and black next to this like ice green, whatever it's called. Red next to the ice green looks good. No, red next to black and black next to ice green. I don't like this ice green next to the other green, so where am I going? I got nothing. That's it. Oh, maybe right here. I'll like gap. I'll put a gap here, fill in a color right there later on. I didn't know how this process was gonna go. Like just painting a painting, like all full color painting, like on camera. But I'm quite enjoying myself. I feel like I've got some relevant information to share. That's cool. Yay. But there's a little bit of this. There's a little bit of this ice green left. And what do we do when there's a little bit of paint left? Say it together, everybody. We grab something and paint that paint onto it. Oh my gosh. All right. Here we go. All right, we're doing good. Maybe I wonder if I could paint with oils in here. That'd be wild. Or like a big painting with acrylic. Okay, so I used up my ice green. Now I'm gonna bust out oh my gosh, this color, deep magenta. It's like dark red. Oh, it is the best. It is so opulent. That's the word I'm thinking of. It's opulent. It's like the deepest, darkest, most awesome. Oh, it's like red velvet cake. I love red velvet cake. All right, now this color, definitely next to red for sure. Let's do that. Definitely red next to red. Again, maybe between the red right here. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bam. I can put this next to pink. I don't usually do it. I'm gonna try it right here, just a little. Oh, that looks really good. I'm down with that. All right. Let's see what we got. What's next? Oh, between these two chartreuse colors, that's pretty spicy. I'm gonna put it between red and red, and see contrasting tones, but analogous. That's an art school term for you, or just elementary school or middle school art class. That's an analogous color situation. They're both red. Analogous. Crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Between this color goes really good next to the aqua or the ice green, and goes really good next to this grass green. I'm gonna throw it down under this red bar. This is in a weird spot, but I'm trying to keep this color really dark, because I feel like it's exciting to me when it's like really pure, like dark opaque. But once it starts getting thin, it's like a weird brownish color that I'm not as into as whenever it's like deep dark wine red. Let's see, what do we got? Yeah. What do y'all think so far? Y'all ready to paint? You getting hyped up for getting some acrylic wash of your own and some watercolor paper and getting a little art making happening? Because I am, and it's a good thing because I'm in here in the studio making the arts. What do we got? I'm gonna go right here. There was this little connector between the two chartreuses right there that just got blocked, broken up. Ooh, I see a spot. I see a spot where this color can go. So yeah, I'm just basically like looking. I have a color, and then I look for all the places that it should go on the canvas or on the piece of paper. And then I pick out another color and I look for the places that it should go. That's the process here. It's pretty simple. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna encapsulate this ice green with like double wine red. Oh, this isn't wine red. There is a wine red this is my wine red. It's a little bit lighter. This color, when it's watered down, gets a little more like wine red, but all right. I might have squeezed out too much. But yeah, this paint's expensive. So what do we do when we have too much? We don't waste it. We grab the burner painting and throw some stuff down. Okay. I like it how the blue is like transparent. All right, we're pretty much done with our with that color, deep magenta. Oh my gosh! You know what I don't have? Black. Where's the black? Yeah, I got Prussian blue. I know I got some black somewhere around here. I'm gonna set this down. Oh my gosh. Okay. Maybe I should set it here so it's like part of the stuff. Lamp black. This black is about to. Whoa. It's about to just explode onto this canvas. Canvas, paper, whatever. I call it a canvas. You know, it's like the word canvas. You can just use the word canvas even if it's not a canvas. But maybe then I should just call it a painting. Wow, that almost looks like slow motion. That's crazy. All right, so I got the black out. I didn't get too much. But oh yeah, here we go. Black next to pink. You know that's fire. I wonder if black next to pink got popular from Greece. From the what's the name of like the girl gang, like social group that was like, you know, Rizzo was like the leader or something in Greece. I forget, but maybe they're the ones that blew up black and pink. It could have been. It might have been something before. Oh wait, Jackie Onassis with like a black and pink dress, maybe. Yeah, black and pink precedes Greece by probably many years. But if anybody wants to do some research on the combo of black and pink, and get back to me, let me know. When did black and pink start trending? I think black might be the closer for this painting. I think after this black goes down, it's going to be like, this is what it was missing. And then we're going to end it. Maybe. I mean, as far as like this particular like TV episode. Oh, what do we got? Wow. It's looking pretty good. Oh my gosh. Here we go. I might have run out of banter. Now I'm just like trying to make this thing a serious painting. Y'all are like, damn, I thought that dude would never shut up. Yeah. Oh, now, like red and red with black in the middle, that's too much. That's like Darth Maul, like goth. It's too goth. But now, I should do it. That's okay. I can roll. Once I said Darth Maul, I was like, huh. And then I said goth, and it was like, all right, I'm going in. What do we got? Maybe this? This is where it starts. It's like once it starts filling out, then it's time to start making some real mistakes. It's like before that, it was just like, oh, I'm just filling out the painting. And then you start to like take good spots and turn them bad. And then you take those bad spots and you can just have that bother you for a few months while you like try to fix the painting. I think that's it though, folks. And I'm gonna keep working on this for the next 5-10 years. And thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you had fun getting your gouache out and busting out some stuff. Oh my gosh, I got so much gouache left. I gotta do some stuff. I'm gonna do this after. I'll just use up that gouache. Trust me, I'm gonna use it up. Don't doubt. See you later.